New this morning, a new Oklahoma law is transforming the way you register your car. That's after a severe car crash led a state lawmaker to implement change. Good Day Oklahoma's Jamison Kefauver joins us live from the state capitol this morning. Jamison, what do Oklahomans need to know if they're buying a car?
Yeah, Shelby, when it comes to buying a car in Oklahoma, now there is that big change when it comes to paper license plates. So instead of keeping that on your car for months, Oklahoma drivers are going to have to act quickly and get their car not only registered, but pre-registered. Now, this new law is in effect after a horrific crash happened earlier this year in January that involved Mason Treat, the son of a state senator, and an Oklahoma Highway Patrol trooper. Now, this crash highlighted some of those inconsistency when it comes to Oklahoma tag laws. Now, the trooper pulled over the car for not having tags, leading to both Mason and the trooper suffering injuries when a driver fell asleep at the wheel and hit them while they were on the side of the road on I-40. Now, the trooper was just doing his job, stopping a car without tags. Yet, under Oklahoma law, if someone bought a car from an individual, unless the new owner already had a license plate, they would go 2 months without a plate. But today, that law changes. Drivers have to act quickly to register their vehicle since the Mason Treat Act, or Senate Bill 2035, is now in effect. A temporary paper tag will only be good for 10 days. Within that 10 days, car buyers must get a metal license plate and 2 temporary decals through a new pre-registration process.
If I buy it from a private individual now, I would go online and accept them transferring the VIN number to me at okcars.gov. And then I could immediately go to what we used to call tag agents, now are called Service Oklahoma, and get a metal plate before any of the liens are released, before any of the taxes are paid. People still have 2 months to pay taxes, but they won't be driving around anymore without a tag.
After buying a vehicle, Oklahomans can go to ReadySetTag.com to begin that pre-registration process. Auto dealers will use TempTag.com for the vehicles they sell. The websites have a note that say it's still a work in progress, but it does give step-by-step instructions on how to start that process. Now, Senator Treat has said that his son is a walking miracle after surviving that 70-mile-per-hour crash. Now, his son is still having lingering effects from that crash. He had to have surgery on his head, multiple parts of his body, and he was actually taken back into the hospital earlier just this past month, months after that crash happened. But Treat says with this new law into effect starting today, he hopes that that will limit some of the issues with tags and also hopefully avoid any type of crash like what happened to his son. Reporting live for Good Day Oklahoma, I'm Jamison Kefauver.